Throughout history, certain topics have ignited intense debates, challenged societal norms, and reshaped the course of civilizations. From the shadows of ancient conspiracies to the glaring lights of modern controversies, these subjects continue to captivate and divide us. Welcome to the Controversial Corner, where we delve into the heart of these contentious issues, exploring the facts, the myths, and the perspectives that fuel the fires of debate. Join us as we navigate the complex landscapes of lifestyle, science, culture, and beyond, seeking understanding in a world where truth is often elusive. Subscribe now and embark on a journey through the most provocative topics of our time. Gen Z is bold, outspoken, and unafraid to challenge the status quo. From social activism to workplace expectations, they're reshaping culture, but not without controversy. Are they the most progressive generation yet, or are they simply too radical for their own good? In this documentary, we explore 10 moments where Gen Z sparked heated debates and divided opinions. 1. The rise and backlash of cancel culture. Cancel culture has become one of the defining aspects of Gen Z's online presence. Armed with social media, they've held celebrities, influencers, and brands accountable for offensive behavior. But where is the line between accountability and online mob justice? When J.K. Rowling's comments about gender identity surfaced, Gen Z mobilized online, calling for boycotts of Harry Potter-related content. Supporters saw this as an important step in advocating for trans rights, but critics argued it was an example of shutting down debate rather than engaging in it. As some careers are destroyed overnight by viral outrage, the question remains, is cancel culture a necessary force for progress, or has Gen Z taken it too far? 2. The death of the 9-to-5 job. Gen Z isn't interested in following traditional career paths. Instead of climbing the corporate ladder, they prioritize work-life balance, mental health, and flexible work environments. Employers are struggling to adapt as young employees reject overtime, demand remote work, and push back against hustle culture. This mindset led to the rise of quiet quitting, where employees do only what's required, no extra effort, no staying late. Some see this as setting healthy boundaries, while others argue it's just a lack of work ethic. Are Gen Z revolutionizing work culture, or are they simply unwilling to put in the effort previous generations did? 3. Social media activism, genuine or performative. From climate change to racial justice, Gen Z has used social media to amplify important causes. Movements like hashtag Black Lives Matter and hashtag MeToo gained momentum thanks to their digital activism. But some critics argue that Gen Z's online activism is often performative, more about appearing woke than actually making a difference. Take hashtag Blackout Tuesday, when millions posted black squares on Instagram to show solidarity with Black Lives Matter. While the gesture spread awareness, activists later criticized it for clogging important information and doing little beyond social media optics. Is Gen Z truly pushing change, or are they just chasing online validation? 4. The gender and pronoun revolution. No generation has challenged gender norms like Gen Z. Concepts like non-binary identities, neopronouns, and gender fluidity have gained mainstream recognition, leading schools and businesses to adopt more inclusive policies. Some institutions now allow students to choose their pronouns, and companies have begun integrating gender-neutral language. However, not everyone is on board. Critics argue that these changes create confusion, particularly in legal and workplace settings. Is Gen Z pioneering a more inclusive society, or are they complicating language and traditions unnecessarily? 5. The anti-capitalist mindset. Gen Z has expressed strong skepticism toward capitalism, questioning wealth inequality, corporate greed, and traditional ideas of success. Instead of aspiring to be CEOs, many young people are turning to side hustles, entrepreneurship, and financial independence. On TikTok, trends like "I don't dream of labor" and "Eat the rich" have gone viral, reflecting their frustration with low wages and economic instability. Some argue that this mindset promotes a healthier work-life balance, while critics claim it fosters entitlement and an unrealistic view of economic systems. Is Gen Z leading a financial revolution, or are they simply unwilling to participate in the existing system? 6. The shift in dating and relationships. Romance is changing, and Gen Z is leading the charge. They've embraced non-traditional relationships, with a rise in polyamory, situationships, and a decline in marriage rates. Many see this as a step toward greater freedom and self-expression. However, some argue that Gen Z's aversion to commitment is contributing to the so-called dating crisis. With apps like Tinder making endless options available, forming long-term connections has become more challenging. Are Gen Z redefining love in a healthy way, or are they losing the ability to build lasting relationships? 7. The mental health movement. Gen Z is the most open generation when it comes to discussing mental health. Therapy, self-care, and mental wellness are seen as priorities, and phrases like set boundaries and protect your energy are part of their daily vocabulary. While this openness has helped break stigma, some argue it has also led to an over-pathologizing of normal emotions. Everyday struggles are often labeled as trauma, and terms like gaslighting are used so frequently that they've lost their original meaning. Is Gen Z leading a much-needed mental health revolution, or are they overdiagnosing normal human experiences? 8. Climate activism, necessary or too extreme? No generation has been more vocal about climate change than Gen Z. Young activists like Greta Thunberg have led global protests, demanding immediate action from governments and corporations. However, some of their more extreme tactics, like blocking highways or throwing paint on artworks, have sparked backlash. Supporters argue these bold moves are necessary to force real change, while critics believe they alienate the very people they need to persuade. Is Gen Z's radical activism pushing progress, or is it just creating more division? 9. The social skills decline debate. Growing up with smartphones has changed how Gen Z interacts. They're more comfortable texting than talking, prefer DMS over in-person conversations, and often struggle with phone calls. Some experts worry that this reliance on digital communication is weakening their real-world social skills. Reports show that many Gen Zers experience phone anxiety and avoid face-to-face interactions. However, others argue that they are simply adapting to new communication norms in a digital world. Is Gen Z losing essential communication skills, or are older generations just resistant to change? 10. The body positivity versus beauty standards conflict. Gen Z has embraced body positivity, rejecting unrealistic beauty standards and promoting self-acceptance. At the same time, they've fueled trends like extreme cosmetic procedures, making fillers and weight loss drugs more popular than ever. Apps like TikTok and Instagram have created a paradox. While many users preach self-love, filtered and edited images still dominate. This contradiction has led to debates about whether Gen Z is truly breaking beauty norms or simply replacing old pressures with new ones. Are they redefining beauty, or are they just caught in a different kind of appearance obsession? Gen Z is undeniably changing the world, sometimes for the better, sometimes in ways that spark intense backlash. They're challenging norms, reshaping industries, and making their voices heard. But are they a generation of revolutionaries, or just too controversial for their own good? What do you think? Is Gen Z leading positive change, or are they taking things too far? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into today's biggest debates. Thank you for watching. If you found this documentary insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on technology, business, lifestyle, health, society, and global issues. What are your thoughts on these controversial moments? Let us know in the comments below. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.